we've gotten so far and what's needed to end this drought. It's all our top story here on Newswatch 16 at 6. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Chelsea Strube. We begin tonight in Scranton, where crews have been battling a brush fire on Montage Mountain since early this morning. Here's more about the ongoing effort to put it out. From Skycam 16, you can see the smoke rising off of Montage Mountain, caused by the flames of a brush fire that started overnight in this remote part of Scranton. It came as a surprise to many making their way to this part of Lackawanna County.
Going to come up and get a ski package for my granddaughter that we purchased online. Coming up the mountain, we saw the smoke and said, we'll just take a ride up.
The blaze is not a surprise to the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources that have been warning about the risk level for brush fires like this for weeks, from the ground and from the sky.
We did see the helicopters flying over and dropping water on the fire.
DCNR tells Newswatch 16 Scranton firefighters are working with state officials and mutual aid from around the country to put out the fire. The Scranton Fire Chief says no structures are in danger, and Montage Mountain Ski Resort says the fire is contained and poses no threat to the resort. No word yet on how much longer crews will be working on the mountainside, but there is one thing everyone agrees on.
The answer is we need rain, get this fire danger down, and get the forest damp again, so we don't have this issue.
But when can we expect that rain? Well, meteorologist Jeremy Lewan is in the backyard with more details. Hi, Jeremy.
Hey, Chelsea. We'll get some rain on Thursday, even maybe some on Wednesday night, but it's not enough to completely lessen our drought. It'll just put a little bit of a dent in the drought. And you know, the air is thick with smoke here in our backyard. You can smell it inside of our station. Probably if you live in Scranton, you're smelling the wildfire smoke too. Across the eastern half of Pennsylvania, there are 7 brush fires currently burning. You can see every one of those icons showing you where those brush fires actually are that are over 300 acres. I also added an icon near Scranton to show you the brush fire that happened here in Montage Mountain. Even though that's 60 acres, I want to make sure you were aware of it too. Air quality has taken a hit too. We're down to moderate air quality. That might be a problem for some of you who are sensitive to those particles in the air. And with the winds gusting up to 25 miles per hour again tomorrow, the risk for fires is very high. No campfires, no fireworks, and be careful with those cigarette butts. Winds are calm right now, but look at tomorrow afternoon. Up to 27 mile per hour wind gusts in Mount Pocono. More details on that rain that's on the way, Chelsea, coming up in your full forecast.
All right, it's much needed. We'll see you soon.
Sure is, yep.
Thanks, Jeremy. Police are investigating damage done to a historic fire truck in Schuylkill County. Troopers say they received a report of damage done to a 1977 American LaFrance fire truck parked outside the Historical Fire Society's building on White Owl Lane in Mahanoy Township. They say the damage amounted to $2,700. As of now, no word on who caused this damage to the fire truck in Schuylkill County. Suicide Prevention Month is in September, but for one group in Schuylkill County, it is every month of the year. Newswatch 16's Valeria Quinones takes us to one of its biggest fundraisers of the year.
Amateur and pro roller skaters rolled to the music at the Strand Roller Rink in McAdoo for the Link at the Rink event. The Link is a group that raises suicide awareness and prevention in Carbon and Schuylkill counties.
We started in October of 2015 because we decided there was a need for the local community to have fundraisers that we keep right here in Carbon and Schuylkill counties.
And one of those fundraisers is this Link at the Rink event the group does every year.
We team up with the Schuylkill County Scream Queens. They come here and they hang out and teach everybody about what roller derby is all about. They play limbo with the kids. The adults have a blast as well.
The Scream Queens are a roller derby team based out of Schuylkill County. They compete nationally and team up with the Link every year.
For us personally, for my family, it is something that's near and dear to our heart. And it's just a great cause. I mean, we need to raise awareness and provide resources for people that may be in need.
Members say the event gets bigger and bigger each year and is one of the many fundraisers for suicide prevention organized by the Link.
Through the high school, there are groups like Avidum and Step Up who are always promoting suicide prevention and awareness. There was a dodgeball tournament run by a colleague of mine for World Language Club, and all the proceeds benefited the Link.
All of the proceeds from the Link at the Rink event benefit suicide awareness and prevention right here in Schuylkill and Carbon County.
We do check presentations to the Schuylkill Suicide Task Force, and we also choose different various Carbon County organizations, whether it be veterans or through counseling.
Valeria Quinones, Newswatch 16, Schuylkill County.
A friendly competition to support those in need in Scranton. Marywood University hosted a 3-versus-3 basketball tournament and community turkey drive today. Folks could enjoy some b-ball, food trucks, and a live DJ, plus some giveaways. Winter clothing was also collected to help those who need it. This event wrapped up just a few minutes ago in Scranton. Honoring those who served. Coming up on Newswatch 16 at 6, how one healthcare center came together for 8 of its residents. But first, we are proud to serve Mount Pocono and everyone who lives in Monroe County.
Stepping out is automatic with the original Power Step from the leading truck accessory brand in the U.S. Guaranteed fit, free shipping, patented plug-and-play install, expert support, and thousands of local dealers. Bring your truck to life. Real Truck. Protect your gear with the top-selling Backflip MX4. Heavy-duty security, weather resistance, easy install, and full bed access. Upgrade today with the leading truck accessory brand in the U.S. Bring your truck to life. Real Truck. Protect your truck with a durable custom-fit bed rug from the leading truck accessory brand in the U.S. Guaranteed fit, free shipping, easy install, expert support, and thousands of local dealers. Bring your truck to life. Real Truck.
The Toyota RAV4 Legacy is earned as the best-selling SUV in America. Designed with the capabilities and comfort to tame the trail or road. Right now, get a RAV4 with low 3.99% APR.
This is my legacy.
Toyota, let's go places.
H&K has new career opportunities. Join a leading company that offers 100% paid health benefits. Work for us at the H&K Group. We want the best people to join our team, and we will invest in you. Get essential training in heavy construction, gain experience, and earn what you deserve. We're excited to meet you. The H&K Group does not discriminate. Visit hkgroup.com and apply today.
Thank you for watching WNEP Plus. Newswatch 16 is streaming every day.
Live news, weather, sports, and it's on demand. You can watch it whenever you want.
WNEP Plus, live, local, always on.
Honoring those who served our country in Lackawanna County. 8 veterans at the Dunmore Healthcare Center were honored today. They received certificates and flag pins from State Representative Kyle Mullins. The Sons of the American Legion also gifted each of them a blanket, hat, and a shirt.
We are here to honor those who served our country and to do anything that basically we can to help them. And this is a small way of giving back for the services that they did for our country.
These veterans were also treated to a catered lunch from Two Brothers, a local Dunmore business here in Lackawanna County. And in central Pennsylvania, community came together to support troops abroad. The Hamden Township Veterans Recognition Committee hosted an Operation Troop Support event this weekend. Members and students put together care packages for servicemen and women with the PA Army National Guard that will be deployed overseas during the holidays.
This really is a big morale booster for them. I mean, we've gotten such positive response in the past. This is just a great way for us to give to them.
Items like snacks, paper plates, non-perishable goods, and hygiene products are now shipped out to those troops. President Joe Biden continuing his trip abroad, stressing the importance of climate change. As President-elect Donald Trump continues his nominations for his second administration, more on the travels and the picks next at 6. But first,
Hey, thanks for driving.
Of course. How's your car?
Oh, NJM is taking care of it. They really went out of their way to help me.
An insurance company that treats you right?
Seems like a myth, doesn't it? Apologies for eavesdropping, but NJM is magical. They put their policyholders first.
Are you?
Their mascot? Oh, heavens no. Simply a fan of legendary service.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Time can make you change your mind. Girl, will you ever be mine?
You like watching TV shows and movies? Don't watch on that. You want a Quest. Look at that. It's a movie theater in your living room. What? And you want to go to the gym. Then you remember gyms. Bring the gym to you.
Let's do this.
Ah, that's what I'm talking about. Whoa! And do you want to play the hero or be the hero?
Wait, I could be Batman?
Yep. Bang! Time to become the knight. Okay, y'all. Yeah. You got this.
For over 160 years, Brinks has put protection first. And now we're here to protect your money with a Brinks Armored account. Protect your peace of mind with 24/7 identity theft protection service and purchase assurance. Get easy money management tools and overdraft protection, plus get paid up to 2 days earlier with direct deposit and no-cost ATMs. Sign up for your Brinks Armored account and trust Brinks to protect your financial future.
Stepping out is automatic with the original Power Step from the leading truck accessory brand in the U.S. Guaranteed fit, free shipping, patented plug-and-play install, expert support, and thousands of local dealers. Bring your truck to life. Real truck.
Thank you for watching WNEP Plus. Newswatch 16 is streaming every day.
Live news, weather, sports, and it's on demand. You can watch it whenever you want.
WNEP Plus, live, local, always on.
Now more on the current president and the president-elect. Joe Biden makes a trip to South America in his effort on climate change, while Donald Trump continues his picks for cabinet. His nominee for Energy Secretary raising some eyebrows. ABC's Christian Cordero has more.
President Joe Biden with a historic visit to the Amazon rainforest in South America, the first time a sitting president has visited the region. Biden assessing his legacy on climate change in Manaus, Brazil, saying the U.S. has fulfilled his historic pledge to increase U.S. international climate finance to over $11 billion a year by 2024.
Because the fight to protect our planet is literally a fight for humanity, for generations to come. It may be the only existential threat to all our nations.
The president also signing a proclamation designating November 17th as International Conservation Day. But there's a signal and policy change from the incoming administration. President-elect Trump has selected Chris Wright, a fracking executive with no government experience, to lead the Department of Energy. Wright has led the charge against President Biden's clean energy policies and has argued there's no climate crisis and that any effects of climate change are overblown. But a 2021 study published in the environmental journal Environmental Research Letters found that 99% of climate scientists agree that humans are causing global warming and climate change. Wright telling the Heritage Foundation, a conservative think tank, this in 2023.
And I think by far the biggest challenge with climate change today is policies pursued in the name of climate change that make energy more expensive and less reliable and therefore hurt human lives, particularly those least able to bear those extra burdens and those extra costs.
Wright will also sit on a new National Energy Council that will be led by North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, who President-elect Trump has chosen for Secretary of the Interior. The president-elect is moving quickly to fill his cabinet nominations, announcing Florida Senator Marco Rubio for Secretary of State, Matt Gaetz for Attorney General, and Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as Health and Human Services Secretary, the latter two likely to face confirmation challenges in the Senate. Christian Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Overnight, Russia launched a major drone attack against Ukraine, targeting power plants and energy infrastructure. It was the largest attack on Ukraine since late August and the third largest this year. Ukrainian authorities say at least 5 people are dead. Sources told ABC News President Joe Biden authorized the use of U.S.-supplied long-range missiles by Ukraine to strike Russia. Ukrainian President Zelensky says he believes the end of the war will be closer when Trump takes office. We will check back in with Jeremy in the backyard for your full Storm Tracker 16 forecast when Newswatch 16 at 6 returns.
Anytime you see news happening in your community, let us know. Just text the word TIP, T-I-P, to 570-826-1616.
When you're starting a small business, the last thing you want to think about is legal issues. I heard about LegalZoom through my husband, who's an attorney. LegalZoom filed our LLC paperwork, and we didn't have to think about it again. We wanted that extra protection, and LegalZoom was the fastest and easiest way to do that.
This is crazy. You know, with OnDeck, we could get a small business loan fast and order more equipment today.
Or Lone Falcon!
Lone Falcon, why?
There's a better way to get a fast small business loan. OnDeck, the online lender that makes it easy to choose your loan and, if approved, get funds as soon as the same day. Your loan is on deck.
Buy a RAV4 with as low as 3.99% APR. Toyota, let's go places.
For over 160 years, Brinks has put protection first. And now we're here to protect your money with a Brinks Armored account. Protect your peace of mind with 24/7 identity theft protection service and purchase assurance. Get easy money management tools and overdraft protection, plus get paid up to 2 days earlier with direct deposit and no-cost ATMs. Sign up for your Brinks Armored account and trust Brinks to protect your financial future.
Thank you for watching WNEP Plus. Watch POL Sunday mornings at 11. And check out your favorite segments on demand whenever you want it. All available on your time. WNEP Plus. Live, local, always on.
You know, Jeremy, a lot of times during a newscast, we might hear the phrase too close to home.
Yeah, this is certainly too close to home. You're right, Chelsea. I mean, I am inhaling the smoke right now here in the backyard. We can smell it inside of our station too. If you're in Scranton, I'm sure you're smelling the smoke right from this fire in Montage Mountain. Now, we do have rainfall on the way for Thursday, but it's not enough to quench our drought. And I want to put things into perspectives for you. So I crunched all of the numbers. Our year-to-date rainfall, this tells a completely different story than what we're experiencing. We're just a half inch less than where we should be this time of year. And that's misleading because we had a lot of rainfall in the springtime. From Tropical Storm Debbie in August, we picked up between 3 and 5 inches of rain, so that helped to keep our rainfall up throughout the entire year. But when you look specifically at meteorological fall, which begins on September 1st, take a look at this deficit. It is just jaw-dropping. We should have 9 inches, more than 9 inches in our rain bucket at this point in the meteorological fall from September 1st to November 17th. We only picked up a little bit over 2 inches, so we have a deficit of over 7 inches of rainfall, and that is what is causing the drought that we have across the entire region. So severe drought for the whole southern tier up through Luzerne County, part of Lackawanna County, all of Monroe County, and part of Pike County too, and the rest of us in either in a moderate drought or abnormally dry conditions. And fires can erupt really quickly, even though we don't have those winds gusting right now. The fire danger is still extremely high, with the risk for those dry brush, leaves, twigs to just erupt into flames. If a cigarette butt is thrown into them, it's going to cause something like what we have on Montage Mountain. Now, winds are going to start gusting tomorrow up to 25 miles per hour in some spots, pretty much over 20 miles per hour everybody tomorrow morning and into the afternoon. So be very careful. Do not burn anything outside tomorrow. Throw those cigarette butts in the proper disposal where they belong. Make sure you don't flick them out your car window. They can end up in brush and create brush fires like what we have on Montage. And our air quality is suffering too. We have moderate air quality here in the backyard, something called PM 2.5, or these particles in the air that you can inhale can be dangerous for some sensitive groups. You might be noticing some difficulty breathing if you are a part of that sensitive group, people with emphysema and other cardiac diseases, because that air quality is starting to suffer. We have 7 fires across our half of Pennsylvania that are over 300 acres big, and we have now Montage Mountains Fire, which is 60 acres, but I wanted to add that icon there so you can see just how many fires are actively burning right now in our half of the state. We got some rain showers possible in our northern tier very early tomorrow morning. Not talking a lot of rainfall, probably a few hundredths of an inch. But this low pressure system starting to take shape right there on the border of New Mexico and Texas. That will bring us a real significant shot for rainfall on your Thursday. Not enough to completely lessen the drought. You saw we're at a deficit of 7 inches. You can't get that in one sitting probably, but we will get maybe between a ½ inch and 3/4 of an inch of rain, and maybe even some snow showers mixed in too. So here's how I see it. Cloud cover through the overnight tonight. Tomorrow those winds start gusting after this front rolls through, maybe a light sprinkle around sunrise for our northern tier. Clouds get kicked out for the rest of your day. Winds kick up too, so be careful. Do not burn anything outdoors. Partly cloudy skies through your Tuesday, maybe a spot sprinkle on Tuesday evening, but this is the rainfall I'm really tracking. That low pressure system kind of swirls in the Great Lakes and brings us a lot of moisture through your Wednesday evening, even into your Thursday morning. Thursday evening, it might be cold enough to support some snow showers, maybe some slushy mixes up on our highest elevations, maybe coating to 1 inch of snow in places like the Poconos on Thursday and then into Friday too, and that moisture lingers even into Saturday. So when it's all said and done, probably about 3/4 of an inch of rain, maybe 1/4 of an inch of snow to 1 inch of snow if we're lucky. And that's not going to completely lessen the drought, but it will put a dent in it. That's your 7-day forecast. Temperatures above average until that front rolls through late Wednesday night. Temperatures down into the 40s as highs, and it will be a chilly one for the Santa Parade on Saturday, Chelsea.
All right, good to know. We'll have to bundle up.
Yes, bundle up and have the umbrella handy now. We really, haven't used it for a long time, so it's going to be needed.
All right, thank you so much, Jeremy. Courtney Harrison joins us next for Newswatch 16 Sports.
"10 months, 4 bidding wars, 3 weeks to iron out the details. It wasn't easy finding our joust.
Jean House.
But after a few minor alterations, it's the perfect fit.
Thankfully, choosing NJM for home insurance was easy. They tailored a policy to our specific needs. We can be a little particular.
With NJM, you get the coverage that's right for you and top-rated customer service.
Oh, careful. Don't spill the jable.
No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Start to break away from UC with Tremfya, with rapid relief at 4 weeks. Tremfya blocks a key source of inflammation. At 1 year, many people experienced remission, and some saw 100% visible healing of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Thank you for watching WNEP Plus. Watch POL Sunday mornings at 11. And check out your favorite segments on demand whenever you want it. All available on your time. WNEP Plus. Live, local, always on.
It's heating up now.
I know, and we're nearing the end of our high school football recap that we've been doing all season long, but I guess that means fewer and fewer teams, right?
Yeah.
We are officially into the high school football state playoffs, and 11 teams were vying to play another week. Let's look back at week 13. That was district championships and the first round of the playoffs. Kicking off with the District 4 3A final between Lewisburg and Danville. Both teams turned their offenses up a notch in the second half. Carter Raup scored to give the Ironmen the lead late in the fourth, but it was his interception that sealed the deal with a 28-24 win and earning a 5th straight district title. In the District 11 2A championship between Schuylkill Haven and Williams Valley was led by Brady Schomper, showing off why he's a dual threat through the air and using his legs. The Vikings defeated the Hurricanes 28-13. And the District 2 3A final between Wyoming Area and Scranton Prep, two teams familiar with postseason play, but Prep scored early and often in this one. The Cavaliers come away with another district title in the 28-6 victory. First round of the 2A state playoffs, Lansdale Catholic and Riverside. The Crusaders scored first, but the Vikings defense found their groove with some big stops, allowing the offense to get to work and score 17 unanswered. Riverside moves on to the quarterfinals to face Williams Valley. Also moving on, Muncie squeaking out a win over Lackawanna Trail in the single A first round, 47-46. And in double A, Troy, another significant victory, 59-14 over Warrior Run. Unfortunately, it's the end of the line for some of our teams. Valley View hosted Pope John Paul II, a battle of the Big Cats, but the Panthers came in to spoil the Cougars' win streak. Panthers win 36-0. In 5A, Roman Catholic with some serious talent taking on East Stroudsburg South. Roman Catholic defeats the Cavaliers 41-13. In 4A, Juniata ends Shamokin's undefeated season 27-7. In 5A, Abington Heights suffered a 1-point loss to Hollidaysburg. And 6A, State College with a 75-14 win over Williamsport. 6 area teams remain as the state playoffs continue. Tune in Friday night on Newswatch 16 at 11 with Steve Lloyd for all the action from the quarterfinals. Dunmore grad Mariah Murray continues her dominance with Penn State as the Nittany Lions host Monmouth here with the three from the top of the key. She also came up big on defense with the block in the paint. Murray leading the team with 23 points in this one. Penn State pummels Monmouth 100-55. St. John's women playing up the coast against Rhode Island. Riverside grad Kylie Lavelle getting in on the action, gets her own rebound and puts it away for 2. The bench doing just as well for St. John's as its starters. Good for depth this season. St. John's gets the win 60-45. An AFC North rivalry game between the Ravens and Steelers. Fourth quarter, Ravens down 18-10. Lamar Jackson to Zay Flowers, a 16-yard touchdown. Ravens trail 18-16. Baltimore goes for the 2-point conversion, but Jackson cannot convert. The Steelers hold on for the win 18-16, putting them on top of the division at 8-2. And coming up at 10 and 11, we've got two teams we played yesterday. We're waiting to see where they shake out in the NCAA selection for next week.
All right, sounds good.
Thanks.
Thanks, Courtney. That does it for Newswatch 16 at 6. Thank you so much for watching. World News Tonight is next. And remember, Newswatch 16 is always on at WNEP.com. Have a good night.
I won't let my active psoriatic arthritis joint symptoms define me.
Emerge as you. Tremfya is proven to significantly reduce joint pain, stiffness, and swelling. Some patients even felt less fatigued.
Serious allergic reactions may occur. Tremfya may increase your risk of infections and lower your ability to fight them. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, or if you had a vaccine or plan to.
Emerge as you. Emerge Tremfyant. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
Thank you for watching WNEP Plus. Newswatch 16 is streaming every day.
Live news, weather, sports, and it's on demand. You can watch it whenever you want.
WNEP Plus, live, local, always on.
who focus on potential threats across dating apps and social media.
Nothing was private of me anymore, and that hurt.
Hear from a victim and learn how to protect yourself.
Plus, how a potential football playoff game at Penn State may pose a challenge for some local businesses.
That's going to happen the week before Christmas, after much of our staff has already left town.
And celebrating 100 days till Thon with a record-breaking fundraising event for the kids. The Center County Report starts now.
Good afternoon, I'm Yaya Wan.
And I'm Josh Bartosik. Thanks for joining us for the Center County Report. Our top story, the latest on the Pennsylvania election, which still isn't officially decided yet. The U.S. Senate race is now going to a recount. You can see the latest results here. The Associated Press called the race for Dave McCormick last week as he beat longtime incumbent Senator Bob Casey. But the vote difference is within the margin to trigger a recount under state law. Counties must begin that recount no later than next Wednesday and finish it by November 26th. Casey has not yet conceded the race. Republicans also filed a new lawsuit yesterday asking courts not to allow counties to count mail-in ballots where the voter didn't write a date on the envelope as required by law or wrote the wrong date. The other big election news this week, Republicans have won enough seats to control the U.S. House. The GOP will now have the White House, the Senate, and the House.
We have new information today in the case of two former Penn State football players accused of rape in Center County. Kavion Keys and Jameel Lyons both face felony rape and sexual assault charges. Both were scheduled to have their preliminary hearings in Bellefonte this week, but we've learned their court dates have been pushed back until next month. The alleged crime happened in July at their on-campus apartment. Police say the victim was a 17-year-old student.
Dating apps and websites make it easy for people to connect these days, but for some, it's led to a nightmare of stolen identities and catfishing scams. Haley Jacobs is in our studio with more. Haley?
That's right, Josh. As social media scammers find new ways to steal your personal information and your money, experts say it's more important than ever to be cautious about who you trust. I talked with one woman who became a victim twice.
Swipe right and match. It's easy until something goes wrong, like someone stealing your identity. Penn State student Clarice Batista was shocked when she started getting random Instagram followers and messages from men she didn't know.
They would DM me and say I love the pictures you sent me, and you're so pretty on your Tinder account, and let me be your sugar daddy, all this. And I'm hold on. What is happening? I got really concerned.
Batista says she has a boyfriend and was confused when men started saying they matched with her on the dating app Tinder. She says that's when she discovered someone was using her social media pictures as part of a catfishing scam to trick people into giving them money or blackmailing them. Batista claims a classmate was to blame. A girl from her high school created fake dating profiles.
They said, if you don't send more or send me money, I will call your friends, families, and parents.
And she says it doesn't stop there. In college, another person also obtained explicit images of her. Police discovered her photos were being sold online, and Batista is now actively pursuing legal action.
Nothing was private of me anymore, and that hurt.
Penn State University's Chief Information Security Officer Bob Turner says college students are a prime target for catfishing.
It's more pervasive than you think.
Okay.
And you're in a vulnerable community.
In the United States, roughly 20,000 people become catfishing victims every year. It can happen to anyone, including me. Someone took pictures from my Instagram and created a fake Hinge profile.
Cyber scams have become more sophisticated with phishing emails, texts, phone spoofing. Experts say many prey on fear, urgency, and money. But there are ways to protect yourself, starting with being careful about online interaction and sharing. Also using a password manager, checking your bank statements, and turning on multi-factor authentication for your social media. Every step can help keep you safer.
You have the right to be feeling safe where you're at and safe with the people you're around.
For more resources on protecting yourself, check the American Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. I'm Haley Jacobs, now back to you.
Thanks, Haley. PennDOT is giving an update on state road projects as the construction season comes to an end. In Center County, a $30 million road restoration and drainage project on Atherton Street wrapped up. Ongoing work includes a $259 million new interchange project between I-80 and I-99 and a $6 million project on Route 26 in Marion Township. Another transportation update, CATA is adding 6 operating hours a day to the Beeline service for Bellefonte and Benner Township. Starting Monday, the Beeline will be available from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., Monday through Friday. Riders are required to schedule their trips one business day in advance by phone. Fares are $4 and cash only, with no passes or tokens accepted. Free transfers are provided to CATA bus routes, but not to CATA Go.
Some major construction projects are in the works on Penn State's University Park campus. Holly Deemer tells you what's on the way.
Sidewalks blocked across the University Park campus, stairs closed, detours posted. It's campus life in a construction zone. As Penn State plans to close and tear down the Hammond building along College Avenue, new real estate plans have been approved. Last week, the Board of Trustees approved 2 large projects for the university. A nearly $100 million plan got the green light to build a classroom building along Bigler Road and East Park Avenue. The building, which will fill the lot behind me, is slated to hold several general-purpose classrooms, all fitting over 400 students. It's designed to address the shortage of large general-purpose classrooms. Right now, University Park only has 24 classrooms that seat more than 150 students, and enrollment numbers at UP show a slight increase. Penn State's Office of Physical Plant has begun the project, and the building will open for the fall 2026 semester.
With the announced university desire to increase enrollment of the freshman class, there has been identified a need long-term for additional instructional space. This was an existing need, but is further exacerbated by potential enrollment growth.
The second project will renovate the Sackett building, and soon after demolish Hammond. The new Sackett building will feature general-purpose classrooms and retain the historic design of the building. Part of the plan includes removing the added-on north and south wings of the building to preserve the original architecture. As a new year draws closer, new projects begin as this busy campus gets busier. In University Park, I'm Holly Deemer for the Center County Report.
This Sackett project is planned to start in the spring and finish in 2027 with minor detours around campus.
As the fall semester winds down at Penn State, most students are getting ready to head home for the holidays. That presents staffing challenges for local bars and restaurants, especially with a potential big event happening in December. John Hartley has the story.
Brothers Bar and Grill on South Atherton Street opened in February and has become a popular place among students and State College residents. While it's usually packed on the weekends, it's about to look a lot different as the fall and winter breaks approach. Not only will Brothers lose a lot of customers, it'll also lose a lot of their staff.
I'd say about 3/4 of my staff, about 75% of them, are students. That puts us at about 70 people.
Sam Hazinski, general manager at Brothers, says he plans to have enough staff to operate over Thanksgiving break, but he admits the atmosphere here will be a lot different.
I'd be lying if I said that it's going to be weird seeing, so many students gone. But at the same time, it's going to be a breath of fresh air to see the town come out and enjoy themselves during that period of time.
Although Thanksgiving shouldn't cause too many staffing problems, December may be a different story, especially with Penn State currently in line to potentially host a college football playoff game.
That's going to happen the week before Christmas, after much of our staff has already left town. And so we are already proactively planning for that sort of inevitability. We're making sure that we have the right amount of people in our building. We're making sure that we have the right people here over break, and we're making accommodations in the event that we need to make them.
While it would be challenging, Hazinski says there's a big upside for his business.
It's a good problem to have. State College is a better place when the Nittany Lions are playing well. I've noticed that just by being here even the brief time that I have been. So give me this problem 100 times out of 100. I'd love to see our football team get to that point, and I'd love to see us tackle that problem when we have to tackle it, to turn a phrase.
In State College, I'm John Hartley for the Center County Report.
If Penn State does host a college football playoff game, it would be played either December 20th or 21st.
Still to come on the Center County Report. How's our weekend weather look? See if there's a warm-up on the way in the 7-day forecast.
And a milestone for Penn State's gone. Also coming up, the latest on wildfires that have been burning in New York and New Jersey for days. Stay with us.
You like watching TV shows and movies? Don't watch on that. You want a Quest. Look at that. It's a movie theater in your living room. What? And you want to go to the gym. Then you remember gyms. Bring the gym to you.
Let's do this.
Ah, that's what I'm talking about. Whoa! And do you want to play the hero or be the hero?
Wait, I could be Batman?
Yep. Bang! Time to become the knight. Okay, y'all. Yeah. You got this.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back. Start to break away from UC with Tremfya, with rapid relief at 4 weeks. Tremfya blocks a key source of inflammation. At 1 year, many people experienced remission, and some saw 100% visible healing of their intestinal lining. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Healing is possible with Tremfya. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today.
Hey, you two wish you could hang out, right?
Pero vivo en España.
Okay, hang out side by side in here. Love is in the air, and so is that car. With MetaQuest, you can be together no matter where you are.
I'm Newswatch 16 Chief Meteorologist Kurt Aaron. And do you know why we do the weather outside in the backyard? Well, check this out. Whoa! This is Rangers' favorite time of the year. Whoa! That's because our backyard is your backyard, and we let you know what to expect all year round.
From our backyard to yours, Storm Tracker 16.
Penn State celebrated a milestone in the Journey to Thon 2025 this week. Reporter Holly Deemer takes a closer look at a special event for a good cause.
The countdown to Penn State's Thon is on after the 100-day celebration in the Hub. The event celebrates the end of the Dream Forward campaign, a 17-day fundraising initiative with the goal of raising $1 million for childhood cancer research. For 4 hours, the Hub was filled with music, dancing, and speakers telling their Thon stories.
It may seem like such a small gesture for you, but from a Four Diamonds family and a childhood cancer survivor, your kindness and generosity means so much more than you can imagine.
The event brought laughs, tears, and cheers to Thon volunteers through its unique activities. Volunteers like Martha McElliott help bring in a variety of acts to entertain the audience.
Under the coordination of the other talent captains at Entertainment to bring 10 total acts to 100 days, varying from singers to a caricature artist. So it's been super, super busy, but it's fun to keep the energy up here.
After the events ended, the celebration wrapped up with a grand total reveal. This year's nearly $2 million fundraising total topped last year's by more than $300,000. This year's 46-hour Dance Marathon is set for February 21st through 23rd at the Bryce Jordan Center. In University Park, I'm Holly Deemer for the Center County Report.
For information on Thon and how you can help, go online and visit thon.org.
That's such a cool event in the lead up to Thon later this year. So it's kind of a gray and dreary day outside right now, though, here across central Pennsylvania. The leftovers of some rain that came through last night, which was beneficial and needed. It's about 43 right now, so it's slowly warming up, kind of this burning off the chill in this early morning here now as we head towards afternoon. Temperatures across the entire state, still 43 here in State College, kind of a cold spot because it's just taking a while to burn off that muck, more or less. It's 55 already down in Philadelphia, so it is starting to warm up once you get towards the eastern and western sections of the state out of the mountains. This afternoon, though, we will get up into the 50s, so it will be a generally comfortable day in the end as we get, some sun starts to break through. But then it drops down into the 40s as we go into the overnight hours. Tonight's forecast will hold the rest of the state. It's about 44 down in State College tonight. Clouds sort of meander through on and off. Wherever you get less clouds, you'll probably get colder. It does get into the 30s up towards Bradford and stay closer to the 50s as we look down towards Harrisburg. Now, Saturday day planner tomorrow. Fall finally feels like it arrives, which I know it's been a while. It feels so warm for so long. It's a chilly start, about 41 for your start, but it's a cool but comfortable day as we get up towards about 55, mid-50s. And as we get towards sunset, it will cool down, but it does feel like November. It is almost Thanksgiving time, believe it or not. So it will feel sort of like a November day. As we look forward in time, again, those clouds that I mentioned that'll sort of meander through in the overnight hours, it won't be impactful, but it will be there. Tomorrow, those clouds will burn off, especially in the eastern half of the state. They'll stick around a little bit more as we get towards the western half of the state. So you'll start to see a little more clouds if you're out along I-80 driving west. It will clear, though, as the day goes on, and our next real interesting adventure will be these high clouds that start to roll in late in the day early in the morning on Sunday, and will go through the day on Sunday. You'll see these clouds fill in west to east, thicker along the northern tier for sure. So that's Sunday evening. You'll start to see those clouds start to roll in more than anything else. And our next weather maker will be on Monday. This is Monday morning. This cold front that drapes itself through. This is Monday morning as it's coming through here. Rain around and about. As we get into the further out into the future, that's where things get a little more interesting. I am mentioning the S word. That is snow, a possibility, especially in the western half of the state. That's Thursday afternoon and evening. So if you are traveling, that's where it could get interesting, especially as we get towards break. Then it will clear itself out by Saturday. But in our 7-day forecast overall, though, it's sort of a nondescript week, to say the least. But until we get to Thursday, that's once again, I start to mention the S word, snow, believe it or not, in late November.
Well, let me tell you, Sean, I definitely did not take our warm fall weather for granted. Now it's time to bust out the big old coat and walk around campus looking like the Michelin Man. And honestly, I'm not too excited about that.
Well, we've been so warm for so long, you got to feel like sooner or later the other shoe's going to drop.
I mean, me personally, I'm super excited for snow. I grew up in North Carolina, so it barely snows there. It's normally really warm. And speaking of snow, let's switch to the other side of the spectrum. You talk about, Sean, a big weather-related story continues today. Wildfires are still burning in New York and New Jersey. The largest one, the Jennings Creek fire, has burned over 5,000 acres along the Jersey-New York border. It's now 50% contained, and several structures remain under threat in the Greenwood Lake area. Several hundred brush fires have been reported across the Northeast in the past several weeks. Now we'll send it over to Dylan with sports.
Coming up next in sports, Penn State hockey opens Big Ten play at home this weekend, plus a look at high school football playoff matchups. Also ahead, the Nittany Lions are back at practice as they try to follow up a whiteout win with another dub on the road against Purdue. We preview the game.
Home warranty.
Focus.
Yes, focus on an American Home Shield warranty. It can protect your covered home systems and appliances like this AC with a repair or replacement.
Yes, thank you.
Home.
It's home, not home.
Yeah, it's pretty sure it's home. American Home Shield. Sign up today at ahs.com.
Are you ready to build your dream home? Introducing Dave Ferry, a name synonymous with excellence in home building and NEPA. At Dave Ferry Custom Homes, we pride ourselves on delivering exceptional quality. Our standards are what other builders call upgrades. From the first phone call to the meticulous design process, Dave is with you every step of the way. Because your satisfaction is our top priority. So don't settle for less when it comes to your dream home. Visit DaveFerryHomes.com and discover the difference a Dave Ferry home can make.
I can be a little particular. It wasn't easy finding a car that's just so me.
Morning, Kitty.
Morning, Chip. What was easy? Choosing NJM for auto insurance. They tailored a policy to my specific needs.
New car really suits you.
Are you noticing a pattern?
With NJM, you get the coverage that's right for you and top-rated customer service. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM.
Hey, you two wish you could hang out, right?
Pero vivo en España.
Okay, hang out side by side in here. Love is in the air, and so is that car. With MetaQuest, you can be together no matter where you are.
Thank you for watching WNEP Plus. Home and Backyard is streaming Saturday mornings at 10. And you can watch your favorite segments on demand whenever you want. All available on your time. WNEP Plus, live, local, always on.
I'm Dylan Price with sports. After a whiteout win, it's on to West Lafayette this weekend for the 4th-ranked Nittany Lions as they get set for a battle with the Boilermakers. Let's take a closer look at the game. The Nittany Lions are coming off a 35-6 whiteout win over Washington, where the Huskies brought more bark than bite. Now Penn State is back on the road for the first time in 3 weeks and will try to stave off an attempt by the Boilermakers to be Spoilermakers. Tyler Warren again starred last Saturday, punching in 2 rushing touchdowns while adding 8 receptions for 75 yards. Coach James Franklin says his campaign for award season continues to get stronger.
It's not even a question that he's the best tight end in college football.
you can make the argument he's one of the most impactful football players in all of college football.
It's not a surprise for fellow tight end Khalil Dinkins, who continues to be wowed by Warren.
He's just an all-around player. He's that one, multiple trick pony, and you can just put him whatever, and he's going to make a play. We'll see him in the league. Can't wait for him to do big things up there.
While Warren may be playing on Sundays soon, Penn State is ready to take on a Boilermakers team that's 1-8 and had tough sledding in Big Ten play, with a conference worst mark of 0-6. Questions surround the availability of Nick Singleton after the running back left in the second half of last week's game, but Franklin says he's confident Singleton will be good to go. The Nittany Lions stand at 8-1 and 4th in the new college football playoff rankings, but Franklin still has more he wants to see from his squad.
Last week we played as good of a first half as I think we've played. We got to put it together for 4 quarters and be able to have a kind of a killer mindset, keep your foot on the pedal for 4 quarters.
Penn State is undefeated on the road this season and will look to continue to be the victors as the visitors. Kickoff at Purdue is set for 3:30 p.m., and you can listen to the game live on Penn State Com Radio with our broadcast team in West Lafayette, Indiana. And worth noting, Penn State has also sent out information to season ticket holders about a potential home playoff game in December. Now to high school football. The playoffs roll on for teams in District 6. Let's take a look at the schedule. The 10-1 State College Little Lions head to Williamsport tonight for a matchup with the 7-5 Millionaires in the first round of the PIAA state playoffs. Penn Cambria remains unbeaten and plays 4-7 Somerset and Forest Hills for their first round PIAA matchup. And finally, the 12-0 Hollidaysburg Golden Tigers head to Milton High School to face 8-4 Abington Heights in their chase for a state football crown. You can see highlights on our sports show After the Whistle live at 11:30 tonight on our YouTube channel. That's PSU Belisario College Student Media. To hockey now, the Badgers are in town as Penn State opens Big Ten play at Pagula Ice Arena. Anthony Descher looks ahead to the game.
Pagula Ice Arena will get its first taste of Big Ten action this weekend as the Wisconsin Badgers come to Happy Valley. Conference games mean a lot to the schedule, but for some, it runs deeper.
I want to beat them. We didn't get to do it last year, so there's definitely a fire there. I want to beat those guys really bad. And there's a couple of us with connections to whether it's Wisconsin with coaches there. We all want to beat them.
Reese Laubach was once committed to Minnesota State, excited to play under head coach Mike Hastings. But Hastings was hired to be the Badgers coach, leaving Laubach behind. Adding to the storylines, Aiden Fink was committed to Wisconsin before flipping to Penn State. He planned to play under Tony Granato until he was fired and replaced by Hastings. Goaltender Noah Grannon grew up a Badgers fan. He committed to Wisconsin before flipping to Penn State as well.
The Nittany Lions are looking to get back on track against the Wisconsin Badgers at Pagula Ice Arena. The Badgers are currently 1-5 in Big Ten play, and with Throwback Night and the Teddy Bear Toss on the schedule, Pagula Ice Arena is surely the place to be this weekend.
Penn State went winless against Wisconsin last season, but the iron is hot to get back in the win column. With new throwback uniforms and a Teddy Bear Toss for the kids, the series has a lot to look forward to. In University Park, I'm Anthony Descher for the Center County Report.
Penn State is 4-3 on the season. They play the next 3 series at home before hitting the road in December. The defending national champs are back in Rec Hall to open the wrestling season on Sunday. Cale Sanderson and the Nittany Lions are looking to win their 4th national championship in a row. The Lions will host the NWCA All-Star Classic exhibition tomorrow and will have their first match against Drexel on Sunday.